The following is a presentation of Lion's Heart Media. Any use, rebroadcast, or redistribution of this broadcast without the express written consent of Lion's Heart Media is strictly prohibited. White looks to throw. He wants Boyd deep. Help over the top. Boyd adjusts. 1,000 and a score. Wilson drives in. She scores. Jensen, Grayson, give and go. Jensen elevates and she slams it down again. Arlo, top of the box, a drive, and he fires it in. Cannon hammers the back line. Striplings fires it up. Spencer in space. Just got it. Touchdown, Sarah Catholic. Blocks quick out to Martin. Breaks the tackle. Martin cuts far side. There goes Quinton. See you later. One play. Touchdown, Leopards. Quinton Martin for 6 from 36. What feels like the first time in forever, we can actually say it is a beautiful day for high school baseball here on MVI Live. As an Almond Valley non-section matchup, the Belle Vernon area Leopards taking on the Cougars from Charleroi here this afternoon at the John D. Virgilio Sports Complex. Alex Lyons with you here for all the action on your home for Mon Valley Athletics. MVI Live, as it's the Cougars, it's the Leopards here on MVI Live this afternoon on what is an absolutely picture-perfect day for some high school baseball here on MVI Live between Charleroi and the Belle Vernon area Leopards this afternoon. Again, beautiful conditions from the John D. Virgilio Sports Complex as we get set to get underway between Belle Vernon and Charleroi this afternoon. Belle Vernon coming in 8-2, 6-2 in section play. Back in the win column is Belle Vernon after a pair of losses to the Elizabeth Forward Warriors. As on the other side of things, Charleroi 6-4, 5-3, coming off a 4-3 victory over Seton LaSalle. They swept Seton LaSalle this year. Earlier on in the season, knocked off Seton LaSalle 2-1 before a number of postponed games, including that second Seton LaSalle game, the game versus Fraser, lost 2 to McGuffey, then split with Keystone Oaks, then were able to finish up and get the victory against Seton LaSalle. So they've won 2 in a row, looking to make it 3 straight, back here in 3A after a year down, or a couple of years down, I should say, inside the 2A classification as we get set to get underway between the Leps and the Cougars here on MVI Live. Again, a beautiful day for baseball. 67 degrees out here this afternoon, and it is, again, picture perfect. Tomorrow maybe even a little better. Friday, the only bad-looking day so far this week besides yesterday, but starting to get into some of this nicer weather, and hopefully it does indeed hold for the rest of the season, as we will get set to step away for the playing of the national anthem, come back, starting lineups and more here on MVI Live. Between the Belle Vernon Leopards, the Charleroi Cougars, 6-4 versus 8-2. The Leopards and the Cougars here this afternoon. From the John D. Virgilio Sports Complex, it's going to be Mason Grooms leading off, the sophomore shortstop. Dylan Klinger bats second, the junior will catch. Then it's Brock Henderson, the junior, out in center field, bats third, with Caden Woods, the senior, at second base batting cleanup. Laser Glasser bats fifth, the sophomore will be at first base. Braden Tadero bats sixth, sophomore, playing at the hot corner third base. In the seventh spot is Jake Gelder, the sophomore right fielder. Then Jackson Karanko bats eighth, the junior will be in left, with Joe Girdwood batting ninth, the senior DH. Logan Usher, the junior, pitching today. So that's Grooms, Klinger, Henderson, Woods, Glasser, Tadero, Gelder, Karanko, Gerwood, and Usher for the Charleroi Cougars against Parker Lind on the bump here this afternoon as we will step aside playing the national anthem, come back, and first pitch right here on MVI Live.
Best local coverage of news, sports, and more. Make sure you subscribe to the Mon Valley Independent newspaper. Both print and e-edition subscriptions are available, and you can try the e-edition free for 30 days starting today. So make sure you log on to monvalleyindependent.com for more information. Mon Valley Independent. What happens here matters here.
Back from the John D. Virgilio Sports Complex, WPIAL 3A4A non-section All-Mon Valley Baseball. It's the lefty, the Kent State commit, Parker Lind on the bump. 0.84 earned run average in 25 innings of work. He's given up 8 runs, just 3 earned, 10 hits over 25 innings, while striking out 47, walking just 13, 4-1 on the campaign for the lefty. Will touch 90 with that heater from the left side. Again, committed to go to Kent State is Parker Lind. Here in his senior season's been brilliant. The Warriors and Akron commit Cy Herschelroth, the only ones to put a blemish on the radar of Parker Lind here this season. Of course, Cy Herschelroth, one of the better pitchers in the district as well, such as Parker Lind, and we have 2 of them in our own backyard. As it is again going to be Mason Grooms, the sophomore shortstop, leading things off. Dylan Klinger, the catcher, bats second. Brock Henderson out in center field in the 3-hole with Caden Woods batting fourth. Laser Glasser fifth. Braden Tadero sixth with Jake Gelder inside spot number 7. Followed by Jackson Karanko 8th and Joe Girdwood in the 9th hole, with Logan Usher doing the pitching here this afternoon for Coach Luke Mullis and the Charleroi Cougars, taking on the Belle Vernon area Leopards. First time in a while these two programs have met. Last time these two teams met, it was here at the John D. Virgilio Sports Complex back on 4/6/2019. It was a 9-3 win for the Belle Vernon area Leopards. They were supposed to play back in the 2023 season. That game was postponed. So last time they've met back in 2019. On the season, Charleroi 67 runs for, 40 against, plus 27, scoring 6.7 runs per game, giving up 4 runs per contest. The Leps 81 for, 23 against, plus 58 in the run differential column, or actually might be a little off. I think that's the old adage for Belle Vernon before these EF games. So actually let me quickly reset and regroup here with the Belle Vernon numbers for you here on the season. When it comes to offense and defense is one thing. Always ends up going awry when you're prepping. So 92 runs for Belle Vernon. And against, the Leps have given up 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, and 31. As Mason Grooms will dig in. So Belle Vernon plus 61 runs for this season. Pitch comes home. Parker Lind fires it in for strike one. Underway, 4:03 here this afternoon as Parker Lind works up in the count. Swing and a miss. Parker Lind quickly pulls ahead. And 47 strikeouts on the season for Lind in 25 innings, or 47. It's 1.88 per inning and starts his day off with a backwards K as down goes Mason Grooms, and that's going to bring up the junior catcher Dylan Klinger. On the season, Dylan Klinger, multi-sport standout for Charleroi, also a very good soccer player for the Cougars. Had a first-round exit the Charleroi baseball team. It's been a while since they've won a postseason game. A strike one by Parker Lind, up Hardy in the count, one away. 2 years ago, first time making the playoffs since the 2000 and 2018 season as Lind misses first time today. Count evens up at 1-1. Back-to-back playoff appearances for Charleroi, back-to-back playoff exits. Have not won a playoff game since at least the 03-04 season. As that one fouled off. They did make the championship game back in 1982. Fell on that one to Northgate 12-6. Four-time section champs from 6-time section champ from 71 to 78. 2-2 count, nobody on, nobody out as Klinger trying to avoid being the second strikeout victim. The lefty Lind, chopper right back up the gut, and that's going to be a one-out base knock for Dylan Klinger. So first hit of the game against the lefty Parker Lind, and Dylan Klinger aboard early on. Here comes Brock Henderson now, junior center fielder. Henderson, three-sport athlete, starting in center field today. Couple of injuries, couple of illnesses for Charleroi, keeping some of their usuals out of the lineup here today. As pitched by Lind, one on and one away, misses for ball one. Klinger over at first, one away, the 1-0. In there, strike throw down is wide, and a stolen base by Dylan Klinger. So the junior catcher swipes second. He'll take 90 feet. Runner in scoring position right away. Could hear it while setting up. Charleroi said they wanted to be aggressive today here. Nothing to lose against this Belle Vernon roster. Non-section game as Henderson with a runner in scoring position. One away against Parker Lind. Lind peeks back. Now pitch comes home. Inside, bending back is Henderson. 2-1 count now on the righty. One on, one out. 2-1, chopper out to short. There's Plymeyer up with it across to first, and it is in time over to Alonzo Wade for out number 2. Klinger on the play, advances to third. It's Plymeyer at short with Wade at first. Bergman at the hot corner, Edwards at short. For Belle Vernon, Johnson catching Lind, Matusik, Doppelhauer, and Andrews left to right in the Belle Vernon outfield today. Caden Woods, runner at third, 2 away, breaking ball, chopped to third. There's Bergman across the diamond, high throw, but Alonzo Wade saves the error. 5-3 goes the retirement. No runs, one hit, no errors. Dylan Klinger left stranded 90 feet away. We've played 1/2 inning here on MVI Live. Your score, the Charleroi Cougars, nothing. The Belle Vernon area Leopards coming to bat as we head to the home half of inning number 1. It's Logan Usher on the bump for the Charleroi Cougars. He will go up against this Belle Vernon area Leopard lineup. Leading off will be the senior center fielder. It's Cole Doppelhauer, 353 on the year. Then it's Zach Plymeyer, the sophomore, out at shortstop with Connor Bergman, the junior third baseman, batting third. Cole Matusik, the senior left fielder, bats cleanup, 379 with a long ball on the year for Matusik. Parker Lind will follow the pitcher, bats fifth. He's hitting .222 this campaign. Then Alonzo Wade, the senior first baseman, 6th. Jaden Johnson, the junior catcher, bats 7th. Braden Andrews out in right field, the senior will bat 8th. And Jack Edwards, the junior second baseman, bats 9th. Doppelhauer, Plymeyer, Bergman, Matusik, Lind, Wade, Johnson, Andrews, Edwards. Has no Petrosky here today, no Miller today as well. Judy not in the lineup. Been their best hitter this season for the Belle Vernon area Leopards. Also no Seth Tomalski in the Belle Vernon batting order. Again, non-section game. Some guys not here. Some guys getting the day off for Coach Tony Watson. As Logan Usher will take on this Belle Vernon battery here this afternoon. On a beautiful day for some high school baseball. Klinger was stranded 90 feet away as he was almost the opening run. The single, the steal, the advancement, and then a great play by Alonzo Wade. Coming back out for baseball this year, he's been very good for Belle Vernon. Return to the diamond, saw a monumental play earlier this year against Ringgold for Wade that probably prevented a tie game and allowed Belle Vernon to really break that one open against Ringgold at Ken Griffey Senior Field. But besides that, I mean, you look at what Wade has done this year, making good defensive plays. He's hit well for Belle Vernon. And again, that's coming off an injury from football season that kept him out all of basketball season as well. Bottom of the first as Logan Usher finishes up his warm-up tosses. Caden Woods, of course, was the ace of this staff for so many years. Dealing with an arm injury, had to start the year as a DH, now out at second base. Here's Doppelhauer, 353, 7 runs batted in for the speedy Cole Doppelhauer. Usher into the line, first pitch home, Doppelhauer out to left center, dropping, diving attempt, and that one drops safely in front of an effort by Jackson Karenko. First pitch of the game, and it's a leadoff single for Cole Doppelhauer, and Belle Vernon a leadoff base runner. See how quickly it takes Doppelhauer to head towards second. Zach Plymeyer, the sophomore, 333, 4 runs batted in. Doppelhauer, his leadoff first. Usher comes set at the belt, peeks back. Usher comes home. First pitch misses outside to Plymeyer, ball 1. Doppelhauer staying put for the time being. One on, nobody out. Throw back and just back safely by an inch. Apparently, Doppelhauer, his first lean went to second. Usher looked like he had him dead to right, but Doppelhauer somehow slides under the tag of a laser glasser. One on, nobody out here in the bottom of the first. As Usher comes set once again. Throw back over. Doppelhauer in this time without a slide. One on, nobody out here, bottom of inning number 1. Plymeyer digs back in for Belle Vernon. Doppelhauer is lead off of first. 1-0, Doppelhauer goes, pitch outer third, in for a strike, throw down is not in time, so Cole Doppelhauer does indeed swipe second, as that one evens the count up at 1 apiece on Zach Plymeyer. Doppelhauer into scoring position, advancing 90 feet, so see if the bunt stays on for Plymeyer. And see if they can get Doppelhauer to third with less than 2 outs. 1-1 by Usher. Plymeyer takes, breaking ball, paints the bottom, now 1-2. 1 ball, 2 strikes, 1 on, nobody out, bottom of the first. Scoreless game between the Cougars and the Leps. Cole takes his lead off of second once again. Usher peeks back. Grooms towards the bag, now pitch comes home, and Plymeyer pulls the count back even. 2 balls, 2 strikes. 1 on, nobody out, Belle Vernon. Trying to take an early lead against Usher and the Cougars here this afternoon. Pitch comes home, breaking ball. Plymeyer, little blooper, shallow right, long run, grabbed by Gelder. No room for Doppelhauer to advance, so there's out number 1 on the F9. It's Gelder in right, Henderson in center with Karanko in left. Tadero, Grooms, Woods, Glasser, third, short, second, and first, with Usher pitching and Dylan Klinger catching. Now Connor Bergman, the junior, third baseman, batting .273. He's driven in 4 this season. Doppelhauer out at second. Usher, a lot of attention. First pitch, inside ball one to the three-hole hitter here this afternoon, Bergman. Cole Matusik on deck for the Leps. Usher peeks back, pitch comes home, breaking ball misses up and in, 2-0 now on the right-hander Bergman as the junior. Trying to get Belle Vernon an early first inning lead for his head coach Tony Watson. One on, one away, bottom one. Doppelauer lead off of second. 2-0, make it 3-0, gets away, and there goes Cole Doppelauer, 90 feet down to third, and it's a 3-0 count on Bergman. Single stolen base, wild pitch with a fly out in between. 3-0 count here on Connor Bergman. 273 on the season. Usher. 3-0 offering. Does Bergman have the green light? Infield playing in. As count works 3-1, one out, bottom of the first. Go ahead run and Doppelauer just 90 feet away. 3-1. Chopped left side, and that ball is a fair ball down the left field line. Doppelauer trots in. Bergman going for two. Relay throw is not in time. It's a one-out RBI double for Connor Bergman, and Belle Vernon leads by one. The Cougar bench not happy in any right. Thinking that one went foul. So RBI number 5 for Bergman. Doppelauer scores the first run of the ball game. Now Cole Matusik with a one on and one away. 379, one homer, 5 runs batted in. Matusik first pitch takes, breaking ball, bends in for strike one. Usher peeks back, charged by Woods, back to the bag. Doppelauer, make that Bergman in well in time. 0-1 count on the right-hander, Cole Matusik. One on, one out, one in, 1-0 Leps, bottom of the first. Pitch comes home, breaking ball, swinging over top of that one. It was Cole Matusik. First game finally here at John D. Virgilio Sports Complex, where we've been able to head out back behind the backstop. Weather finally cooperating here this season. We've had to do a couple games up over the third base line. 0-2 as taken by Cole Matusik outside. 1-2 count, one out, one on. Leps lead by one here in the bottom of the first. RBI double by Connor Bergman. He stands at second. Doppelauer scoring the lone run thus far. Klinger was stranded at third, back in the top half. As Matusik swing and a foul tip into the glove of Klinger. There's out number 2. So Usher, good job bouncing back after a questionable call to get Matusik. Parker Lind a chance to help his own cause, the Kent State commit. 222 with 2 runs batted in. Seen a lot of Parker as a courtesy runner when we've covered the Leps this year. First time getting to see him on the bump. First pitch swinging. There's strike one. And trying to bounce back after that rough outing against Elizabeth Forward this year. Belle Vernon dropped both to the Warriors. 7-0 and 13-1. Pitch comes home, breaking ball, doesn't break enough. Stays up and out, 1-1 now here on Parker Lind. Bergman at second with 2 outs. Doppelauer's already struck here in the first. 1-1 breaking ball. Like Parker Lind goes chasing, can't connect. 1 ball, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Leps lead by 1 here in the bottom of inning number 1. Trying to add on one more. Lind looking for a 2-out spark. 1-2, Parker can't hold back, and there's strike 3. So Usher bounces back-to-back Ks after the RBI double. 1 run on 2 hits, no errors. Lepstrand 1 aboard, 1 chapter in the books. It's Belle Vernon 1, Charleroi 0 right here on your home for Mon Valley Athletics. MVI Live. There's no better way to start your morning than with a fresh cup of coffee, and why not start with the best? Three-time Mon Valley favorite winner, His Place Coffee, Community and More, located at 103rd Street in Monessen. Open Monday through Saturday, 6 a.m. to 2 p.m. We have something for everyone. From our fresh brewed coffee, refreshing cold brews, house-made lattes, fraps, and so much more. If you can't decide 4 days of the week, I'll personally be there to help you craft the perfect drink for your needs. We're also serving up house-made breakfast and lunch paninis, homemade baked goods with gluten and dairy-free options available. We are so much more than just a coffee shop, offering community outreach, including Kids Craft Day and Story Time. There's always something new brewing, and we can't wait to see you at His Place Coffee, Community and More. One chapter in the books as we head to the top of the second. The Belle Vernon area Leopards looking to go back-to-back wins after that pair of losses to Elizabeth Forward. Charleroi trying to bounce back for their third in a row after surrendering a run back in inning number one. Laser Glasser, the sophomore first baseman, he'll lead things off for the Charleroi Cougars. See Glasser on deck there. As Laser gets set to dig in. Laser, his older brother Lorenzo, was a standout stud pitcher for the Ringgold Rams for a number of seasons. Laser, second year here for the Charleroi Cougars. As Glasser gets set to dig in for his first cuts against the lefty Parker Lind. For Belle Vernon, Lind, strikeout single and a pair of groundouts against the battery of the Cougars in inning number one as we get set to start the top of the second. The hard-throwing left-hander gets set to continue what has been a stellar senior season thus far for the Kent State commit Parker Lind. And Belle Vernon, their destiny still partially in their hands with some help thanks to the Ringgold Rams getting a win versus Elizabeth Forward. If Elizabeth Forward can find a way to split, or something needs to happen, you got to look at EF. They already have one loss. You need West Mifflin, if you're Belle Vernon, to sweep Elizabeth Forward. That would give EF 3 losses. And if you're Belle Vernon, then you need to win out the remainder of your section games. As first pitch by Lynn, Glasser ground ball left side, foul for strike one on Laser Glasser. But going back to that point, if you're Belle Vernon, you win out your section games. You end with 2 section losses. If West Mifflin sweeps Elizabeth Forward, they will end with 3 section losses due to that loss to Ringgold. And if Belle Vernon does indeed find a way to sweep West Mifflin, as their strike 2, and West Mifflin would sweep the Elizabeth Forward Warriors. They barely got by Ringgold twice, did West Mifflin, a pair of very close games, as the 0-2 by Lind. As that one misses now 1-2 to Glasser. You would have 2 teams with 2 losses, one with 3 in Elizabeth Forward. Then Belle Vernon and West Mifflin both would have 2, but if Belle Vernon would sweep West Mifflin, they would own the head-to-head and claim back-to-back section crowns. Way easier said than done, but absolutely not impossible with how good West Mifflin's been this year. 1-2 up high, 2-2 now on Laser Glasser, the lefty. I think the most realistic out of all of that is a Belle Vernon sweep of West Mifflin, but that's, again, a far cry. I just don't see West Mifflin sweeping EF, or anybody sweeping EF this year with Herschelroth. As 2-2 swing and a miss as Parker Lind 1 up, 1 down, striking out Glasser for his second strikeout of the afternoon. Now Braden Tadero, the sophomore third baseman. So second strikeout for Parker Lind. He struck out the opening batter of both innings thus far. And Herschelroth's been near unhittable this year, so that's why, again, that sweep against West Mifflin seems way tougher than a reality. As there's strike one. We'll see EF a couple times next week. They will take on West Mifflin next week. So those would be some big games to watch in the section. Also have a non-section Mon Valley matchup with TJ Belle Vernon. We'll have one of those later this year. As inside gets away from Johnson, 1-1 count now here on Braden Tadero, the sophomore third baseman, multi-sport athlete here for the Charleroi Cougars. As Parker Lind gets the sign. Into the wide pitch comes home by Parker Lind. That one misses as that got in on a hurry. 2-1 count now on the Charleroi right-handed hitting third baseman Tadero, looking for their third straight playoff appearance. Is Charleroi, of course, not having Woods on the bump anymore this year is a huge blow. 2-2 count as that one blown by Tadero by Parker Lind. Some big games with Waynesburg Central coming up end of the year as that one misses now 3-2. Ian Porter pitched against Waynesburg Central in Belle Vernon's most recent game. It was an 8-5 victory for Belle Vernon against Waynesburg Central. Strike three looking Tadero. Thought he got 90 feet for free, but instead back-to-back punch-outs by Parker Lind. He's fanned 3 so far in this one. Jake Gelder, the sophomore, will take his first cuts against Parker Lind. But Waynesburg Central in the same section as Belle Vernon, or excuse me, Charleroi. Belle Vernon played them. So this is a test early on here for Charleroi, maybe where they stand against Waynesburg Central. Losing 2 to McGuffey, obviously not what you were looking for there. Strike 1 on the foul. As Lind quickly to an 0-2 count on the right-handed hitting Gelder. So Parker Lind looking to strike out the side in order. The 0-2 by Parker Lind. Chopper right side will have to do it again. And in the offseason, Parker able to increase that fastball from mid-80s to high 80s, low 90s. Added 40 pounds of muscle in the offseason. As that one gets a piece of Tadero, so a 2-out base runner for the Charleroi Cougars, or make it Gelder. So Gelder hit by the pitch. He'll trot down to first base. Jackson Karanko, the junior left fielder, basketball, football, baseball. Parker Lind, 5 pitches at his repertoire. 4-seam, 2-seam fastball, slider, knuckle curve, and change. And strike 1 to Jackson Karanko. So the Kent State commit. 1 on, 2 down, the 0-1. In the air right side, a little blooper out to Andrews. And the inning ends on a Jackson Karanko fly out. No runs, no hits, a hit batter, no errors. And the Cougars have stranded 2-2 with the Belle Vernon area Leopards up by 1. After 1.5, Belle Vernon back to the bat rack as we head to the bottom of inning number 2 here on MVI Live from the John D. Virgilio Sports Complex. It's Alonzo Wade, Jaden Johnson, and Braden Andrews due up against Logan Usher in the home half of inning number 2. Belle Vernon will look to increase upon their 1-0 advantage as Usher back to work, gave up a couple of bloop hits in that opening inning of play. A bloop just in front of a diving Karanko and left, and then it was a double that just chopped fair over the third base bag as Alonzo Wade, the Ohio Dominican football commit, will stand in for his first AB of the afternoon. 360 on the season for Alonzo Wade. The lefty has driven in 4. Then missed all of that WPIO championship basketball season for the Belle Vernon area Leopards. But the basketball team did keep a streak alive for Belle Vernon. Another year with a male team championship. Of course, some very good wrestlers as well out of this Belle Vernon program. But back-to-back district and state football championships the 2 years prior. Then this year, the basketball title. First pitch by Usher. Wade wastes no time fouling it off for strike 1. So 0-1 count here on Alonzo Wade, bottom of the second. Every half inning so far through 3 half innings of play, we've had a runner aboard as Belle Vernon's way through the right side and a leadoff single for the second straight inning. Alonzo Wade turns on that one. So a leadoff base knock, Wade at first with nobody out for Jaden Johnson. $2.94 for the junior catcher. Coach Watson said it was going to be a small ball type of contest. We will see not a lot of Parker Lynn today. I think just wanted to get both his pitchers some work and have them ready for their next section play, as bunted right back to Usher. Throw goes to first. Glasser hauls it in for out one on the play. Advancing to second base is Alonzo Wade. So a sack bunt that goes 1-3. Now Braden Andrews, 0 for 3 on the season. Also a reason saying Parker Lynn not going to be a long day at the office. Lucas Judy starting to loosen up for Belle Vernon. He needs a bounce back game as well. See if Parker maybe goes 3, or is it going to be 2-2 and maybe 2 from a Tusick as well here this afternoon for Belle Vernon. Then maybe one other Orm gets a inning of work for the Leps as Usher works ahead on Andrews. It's Albert Gallatin on the 28th and 29th. Then home versus York. So no section games this week. Just one more game scheduled for Friday for Belle Vernon. Coach Watson said that probably won't happen though. So then it's the 2 games versus Albert Gallatin before taking on York, then West Mifflin. We'll be here for the York game. You'll see Coach Palm's bunch again. The former head coach of the Belle Vernon area Leopards won a district title here with Belle Vernon when he was the bench boss. York had a good Friday loss last time we saw them. Almost was able to make the comeback trail. So Lucas Judy is loosening. We will see if Judy comes in to start the 3rd, or is it going to be Parker Lynn through 3 with no game scheduled till Friday. Maybe go 3-3 and 1 from Matusik if you're Belle Vernon. Coach Watson trying to hurry up his group to get someone down to protect Lucas Judy from warming up, making sure no stray balls come down to get the Belle Vernon right-hander. One on, 2-1 count here on the Belle Vernon 8-hole hitter. Braden Andrews looking for his first knock of the season as the senior in the air, left side. Karanko camps under with a few strides in into his left for out number 2 on the F7. Now Edwards, 125 on the season for the junior second baseman. A lot of the time Edwards plays strictly in the field. See maybe a Seth Tomalski come DH for him. 1 on, 2 down. Usher's done a good job bouncing back after the leadoff single as a fair ball inside the bag by Edwards. Here comes Wade. He will score, and it's a 2-out RBI single by Jack Edwards as Alonzo Wade touches home. Edwards, his second ribby of the campaign, and Belle Vernon back-to-back innings with runs scored as back up top to Cole Doppelauer. The Leopards turn the lineup order over as they lead 2-0 here in the bottom of the second. Usher throw back over. Edwards in safely, so both RBIs squeak in fair past the third base bag. Another one a high chopper. This one a little low roller and rattler just inside the third base bag between Tadero and Coach Watson. One on, 2 down, 1 in, 2-0. Leps out in front here. Bottom of the second. Pitch by Usher. Doppelauer shoots it straight away center. First step was in. Henderson had to adjust and does indeed. So it's an F8 to end the inning, but 1 run, 2 more. Belle Vernon hits, no errors. Leopard strand 1 more. But after 2 full hits, Belle Vernon up by a pair. Parker Lind will indeed go out for his 3rd inning of work as the Leopards lead 2-0 after 2 right here on MVI Live.
It's time to level up your fitness game with Phase Up Nutrition in Jefferson Hills.
Veteran-owned and operated Phase Up has been providing the community with top-quality vitamins and supplements with a priority in providing exceptional customer service. When you walk into Phase Up Nutrition, you'll get one-on-one help tailored to your specific goals. We carry a wide variety of workout supplements, pre-workout and post-workout formulas, and all types of vitamins. Come by Phase Up Nutrition today. Phase Up Nutrition, here to help you surpass those unimaginable goals. Two nothing Belle Vernon after two, top of the third. Parker Lind back to work for Belle Vernon. Third inning of work for Parker Lind. Lucas Judy continuing to loosen up down the left field line. You can see him down there in the top left-hand corner of your screen as Parker Lind has been very good thus far, striking out a trio of Charleroi batters. He'll have 9, 1, and 2 to deal with this inning. That's Gerwood, Grooms, and Dylan Klinger. Klinger, the lone hit off Parker Lind today. Two batters have reached, though. Parker hit Gouter with 2 down in the second. So the DH Girdwood digging in, first cut today. Other section or baseball games going on around the area as there's strike one on Girdwood. Ringwood up 1-0, bottom of the second on the Uniontown Red Raiders. Pitch by Lynn, swing and a miss. So Parker quickly puts Girdwood in a deep hole. Just 31 pitches, or make it 32 after that last for Lynn. There's 33 lined out to first. Alonzo Wade scoops and takes it to the bag. 3 unassisted for out number 1. So 1 out, and that's going to bring up the top of the order. Mason Grooms, the sophomore. One of 3 Lynn strikeout victims today. Parker averaging 1.88 strikeouts per inning. And 3 through 2 1/3. First inning, he did not start off with a strikeout. 1-0 count here, top of the third. Grooms trying to put bat to ball against Lynn. The 1-0 bunts it right side. Count pulls even. 1 ball, 1 strike, 1 out. 2-0 Belle Vernon on top. RBIs by Bergman and Edwards, scoring Doppelhauer and Wade in the opening 2 innings. 0-1 by the big lefty Lind. Swing and a miss late on that one. As Parker works ahead of Grooms, looking to strike him out for the second time this afternoon. As that one misses outside. 2 balls, 2 strikes. As Parker 2-2, swing and a miss. Parker Lind fans his 4th. So 2 up, 2 down, and looking for the first 1-2-3 inning today is Parker Lind. As Charleroi will bring up Dylan Klinger, lone man to get a hit off Lind so far this afternoon. Single back up the middle against Parker Lind. So 2 outs and nobody on top of the third. Pitch home by Parker Lind. Breaking ball, that one just misses. Ball 1 to the righty Dylan Klinger. Led the Cougars scoring-wise in soccer this past season. Pitch comes home, fouled up and out, 1-1 on Klinger. As Johnson wore that a little bit, home plate umpire will give Jaden a bit of time. Walk it out, toss the ball to Parker, give him a tap on the chest. Now take a walk around the mound and a walk back. Catchers do that for our umpires. Umpires taking care of our catchers as well. Comes back, you can hear him say from back behind the dugout, asking Jaden if he's okay. He says, yep. So 1-1 count, 2 outs. Top of the third, nobody on. Charleroi's had a base runner every inning. There's a 1-out single in the first, 2-out hit batter in the second, and now a 1-2 count on Dylan Klinger. And Parker looking for his first 1-2-3 inning of the afternoon, and probably his only 1-2-3 inning of the afternoon, as that one fouled off right side. Almost getting the Charleroi AD, Bruno Papasergi. Imagine Judy going to come in, pitch innings 4, 5, 6. Maybe Matusik into the 7th, something like that for Belle Vernon, as that one misses 2-2. Maybe it's only going to be 2 for Judy, 2 from Matusik. Maybe sprinkle the rest of the way in, but Coach Watson going to get everybody some work. Parker at 42 pitches. At least that's what it appears and sounds like for Coach Watson, talking to him before the game. Into the line, the 2-2 offering by Parker Lind. And strike 3 gets away. Drop third strike Johnson to Wade. So a punch out, 2-3 housekeeping to end the inning. As Parker Lind strikes out Grooms and Klinger, most likely to end his day, as the Cougars go down in order. No runs, no hits, no errors, nobody left on base. As we've played 2.5 your score, the Belle Vernon Leopards 2, the Charleroi Cougars nothing, as Parker Lind puts down Charleroi in order, strikes out 5, surrenders 1 hit through 3 innings of work. And Coach Watson talking about a lineup change, and I imagine that would be maybe with Lind possibly coming to the plate this inning, that it would be Parker Lind being replaced by Lucas Judy. But we will wait and see, of course, once that does indeed come into fruition, as Logan Usher will be out for his 3rd inning of work, surrendered 4 runs over 2 innings. And Mount Pleasant on Friday, then Monday, Tuesday versus Albert Gallatin. California Frazier playing some baseball today, as that's a scoreless game, top of the 1st. Some other games in the area today. South Park taking on SA. That game's not till 7 p.m. We'll have round 2 tomorrow, 4 p.m. As Usher finishes up his warm-up tosses. Plymeyer flew out to the right fielder Gelder, his first trip to the plate. As Plymeyer, Bergman, Matusik due up, barring any changes. First pitch, strike 1 by Logan Usher. Usher likes the sign. 0-1 by Usher to Plymeyer. And Usher quickly up 0-2. He struck out 2. That was Matusik and Lind back-to-back to end the 1st. After the RBI double by Connor Bergman put Belle Vernon up 1-0. 0-2 to Plymeyer. Swing and a miss. So he starts the 3rd off with a punch out, and Usher 1 up, 1 down. First time the Leps have not got the leadoff hitter aboard against Usher this afternoon. 3rd punch out for Usher. Bergman, RBI double. First trip to the dish. As Bergman, first pitch swinging in the air, right side. Over comes Gelder, and glove meets ball. So Bergman quickly retired on the F9. 2 up and 2 down. Wasting no time here in the 3rd. Is the right-hander Usher. Now Cole Matusik, one of 3 strikeout victims this afternoon. Matusik, though, 379 on the year. 1 long ball, 5 runs batted in for Cole Matusik. Pitch comes home. Matusik takes ball 1. Usher looking to put up his first 0 of the afternoon. Also looking for his first clean inning. As Matusik takes 1-1, count pulls even on Cole Matusik. 2 outs here. Bottom of the 3rd. Time granted to Cole Matusik. 1-1, Matusik didn't want him, but did indeed, as swings through that one. So Usher looking to go 1-2-3. Chance to strike out Matusik for the second time. Parker Lind on deck, 1-2, swing and a miss. Down goes Matusik. So 2 punch outs in the inning, and 1-2-3 goes Belle Vernon. Has now 4 strikeouts for Logan Usher. No runs, no hits, no errors, nobody left aboard. 3 chapters have come to a close. Leopards lead by a pair after 3. Right here on MVI Live. And a new pitcher on the bump when we come back. It is indeed Lucas Judy taking over for Parker Lind. As Parker Lind, 3 strong innings here this afternoon for Belle Vernon. As looks like everything else will stay the same. If any changes to speak of besides Judy, we'll tell you about them when we come back here on MVI Live.
It's time to customize your ride with TC Customized in Jefferson Hills. Wheels, rims, and tires, along with lift kit and lowering kits, full service auto detailing, along with custom audio systems, remote starts, alarms, custom lighting, tints, and so much more. Whatever your need is, you can completely customize your ride today at TC Customized. Call today at 412-384-5300.
1-for-1, Judy replaces Parker Lind, who was brilliant through 3 today. So Parker Lind, 3 innings, no runs, 1 hit batter, struck out 5, did not walk a batter, and leaves with a 2-0 advantage for the Belle Vernon area Leopards. He is replaced by Lucas Judy, who has been very good this season for Belle Vernon. Before that Elizabeth forward game, had yet to give up a earned run this season. So Lucas Judy will take over on the bump for the Belle Vernon area Leopards on the season. Lucas, .84 earned run average, 3-1 record. Judy, 25 innings, 19 hits, 9 runs, 3 earned, 5 walks, 35 strikeouts. First pitch, ground ball up gut, grabbed down by Plymire to Wade, not in time. A leadoff infield single, Brock Henderson turning on the Jets' second hit of the game, and it's the first one off the new arm of Lucas Judy. Woods grounded out to the third baseman, Bergman. Second ball that Henderson sent to the shortstop, Plymire. 1 on, nobody out. First pitch, Judy finds the zone, strike 1 here on Caden Woods, the senior second baseman. And mentioned Caden, an arm injury coming into this year. It's been the star pitcher for the last few years to come. Pitch comes home, chopper, Bergman at third, goes to second for 1, Edwards relay wide of the bag, and Alonzo Wade able to get to it quick enough, so no advancement. Wood reaches on the fielder's choice as the Leopards unable to turn 2 on that one, as there's out number 1 here in inning number 4. So 1 on, 1 out. First pitch misses, ball 1 to Laser Glasser. Runner at first, 1 out. 2-0 Leps lead here in the top of the 4th inning. Judy comes home. 2-0 count on Glasser. Represents the tying run here in the 4th frame. Belle Vernon 1 through the first 2. As Judy comes home with it, fouled off the backstop, rattles it there. Count now 1-2 on Laser Glasser. Judy peeks back over at first. 1-2, breaking ball. Count evens up at 2 apiece. Runner at first, 1 away. Top of the 4th, Leps lead the Cougars in a big cap battle here on a beautiful Tuesday afternoon. The 2-2 by Lucas Judy. Swing and a miss as Lucas Judy fans his first of the afternoon. So Lucas Judy, there's out number 2, getting Glasser to go chasing. 6 strikeout for the Belle Vernon staff today. 2 outs, 1 on here in inning number 4. It's going to be Tadero, struck out looking on a full count against Lind. Swing and a miss, goes fishing, no bite. And it's 0-1 here on Braden Tadero. Woods at first reached on the fielder's choice. Belle Vernon's out hit Charleroi 2-0 in this one. 0-1 up and in, no flinch by Tadero. Count evens up at 1 apiece. Gelder on deck, he reached on a hit by pitch. 1-1 by Lucas Judy, 2 outs, 1 aboard. Breaking ball, Judy paints the bottom of the zone with that one. Now 1 ball, 2 strikes, 1 strike away from a 0 in the first inning for Lucas Judy. 5 Leopard strikeouts, 6 counting Judy's, as there's number 7. So the Belle Vernon staff has struck out 7 Charleroi batters through 4 innings, no runs. Second Cougar hit, no errors, and Charleroi has stranded 3 runners through 4 innings of play as Lucas Judy 1 hit but strikes out a pair and gets out of the inning unscathed. Through 3.5, it's the Belle Vernon area Leopards to the Charleroi Cougars. Nothing as Belle Vernon back to the bat rack, and it's going to be Lucas Judy leading things off for Belle Vernon. So Lucas Judy will start the party here in inning number 4 for Belle Vernon after a Charleroi 0 in the top half. Judy coming in for Parker Lind to start the top of the 4th. So Lucas Judy, first cuts this afternoon for the left-handed hitting pitcher. Judy, 529, that's team high in average. Also 14 runs batted in, team high. He's left the yard once, tied for team high, and second on the team in doubles with 4 behind Connor Bergman, who now has 6 on the season with that RBI 1-out double back in inning number 1. So Lucas Judy, the lefty, will dig in. First AB of the season for the Leopards' leading hitter after putting up a 0 in the top half of the 4th. First pitch, Judy wastes no time. Ground ball, Caden Woods to Glasser. 1 up, 1 down. So 1 pitch and Lucas Judy retired here to start the 4th. And Logan Usher, don't look now. Since that 2-out RBI single by Jack Edwards, he sat down 5 in a row, in a bit of a groove right now against the Belle Vernon battery. Here's Wade. Single through the right side, his first trip to the dish against Usher. As here comes the pitch in, breaking ball. Wade takes strike 1. The Ohio Dominican football commit stands back in. 0-1 pitch by Usher. Wade holds off now, 1-1 on Alonzo. Wade looking to reach for the second straight trip to the dish. Scored the second Leopard run today as Wade reaches out to Woods again. Caden, a busy start to the 4th, a pair of ground outs. 4-3, Judy and Wade retired here to start. So Alonzo goes down on the ground out, and now Jaden Johnson. He moved Alonzo over to second back in inning number 2 with a sac bunt. Two outs, 2-0 Leps, bottom of the 4th. Usher looking for a second straight 0 as Johnson fouls it off the Belle Vernon dugout for strike 1. Johnson, 294 on the year. Andrews on deck. Oh, 1 half-hearted swing through Woods or Usher out to short and no play. So Belle Vernon A 2-out base runner. Check swing right on the barrel of Johnson, slipped under the glove of Logan Usher, and Belle Vernon as their first base runner since the second inning here in the fourth. See what they decide to score. It did slip under the glove of Usher, and if he feels that cleanly, probably going to be an out. So an E1 on Logan Usher lets Jaden Johnson reach. First error either side today. And now Andrews, who's 0 for 4 this season. Throw back over, in safely with the slide. That's the pinch runner. Make it courtesy runner Seth Tomolsky. So Tomolsky at first. Andrews up 1-0 in the count. 2 outs, 1 on. 2-0 Leps leading Logan Usher and Charleroi. Just 4 hits for Belle Vernon. 2 hits for the Cougars of Charleroi. Runner goes. Pitch misses. Throw down by Klinger is strong, and it's in time. Dylan Klinger punches out Tomolsky on the throw down to second. 2-6 goes the retirement, and that will end the inning. No runs, no hits in air, but nobody left aboard. Dylan Klinger cleans it up, and it's 2-0 after 4 right here on MVI Live. Top 5 when we come back. Cougars looking to break the goose egg off the board. Judy for his second inning of work right here on your home for Mon Valley Athletics, MVI Live.
There's no better way to start your morning than with a fresh cup of coffee, and why not start with the best? 3-time Mon Valley favorite winner, His Place Coffee Community and More, located at 103rd Street in Monessen. Open Monday through Saturday, 6 a.m. to 2 p.m. We have something for everyone. From our fresh brewed coffee, refreshing cold brews, house-made lattes, fraps, and so much more. If you can't decide 4 days of the week, I'll personally be there to help you craft the perfect drink for your needs. We're also serving up house-made breakfast and lunch paninis, homemade baked goods with gluten and dairy-free options available. We are so much more than just a coffee shop, offering community outreach, including Kids Craft Day and Story Time. There's always something new brewing, and we can't wait to see you at His Place Coffee, Community, and More.
7, 8, 9. Due up this half inning. 2-0 Belle Vernon leads. So Gelder hit by a pitch back in inning number 1, or in inning number, 2. There's strike 1 on Gelder. Pitch comes home, fouled off. Judy into the line, the 0-2 by Judy. 1 and 2, 2-0 Leps lead here in bottom of the 5th inning. Judy into the line, 1-2 offering Judy. That one misses up and out by a mile. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Elder trying to reach for the second time today. 2-2 offering by Lucas Judy. Pitch comes home, Judy misses up and out again. So Judy right now can't find the strike zone for Belle Vernon. 2-0 Leps lead, full count. Payoff pitch by Lucas Judy. That one's right back up the gut, out to center. As charging into scoop is going to be Doppelhauer. So a leadoff single for the second straight inning. Gelder aboard for the second straight inning. And it's a leadoff base runner here with nobody out. Third hit of the game for Charleroi, bringing up Jackson Karenko. Flew out to the right fielder, his first trip to the dish. Pitch by Judy, bunt shown, misses low. As Johnson snap throw back and a little high tag late by Wade. Almost got Gelder, leaning just too far off the mark. As Judy almost had out number one there. Johnson a little hesitation as well. If he throws that cleanly and quickly, Charleroi most likely without a base runner and one out here in the top of the fifth. Bunt shown again, pulled back 2-0. Nobody out, one aboard. Tying run at the dish in the form of Jackson Karanko. Gelder lead off of first. Bunt shown again, breaking ball, misses again. So Lucas Judy went full on the last batter. 3-0 here on Jackson Karanko. See if Coach Mollis will take the bunt sign off. Charleroi's hung around so far. Bunt stays on, pulled back, 3-1. As Judy now trying to work back in this one. Three balls, one strike. Pitch comes home, bunted up and out, and now the count full from 3-0 to 3-2. Judy works it back full, long look in. Runner at first, 2-0 Leps lead. Pitch comes home by Judy. Chopper out to third. Bergman goes to second for one. Edwards, the relay in time. The twin killing 5-4-3. The Leopards turn their first double play of the season. And it was a beauty right around the horn. 5-4-3 double play. And that will bring up Drew Girdwood with nobody on and 2 away. So Lucas Judy, Taylor made double play to Bergman. Now Girdwood. First pitch in the air, dropping, long run for Matusik on the charge. And that will do it. No runs, one hit, no errors. Bases left empty. And once again, Belle Vernon puts up a 0. Leadoff singles. Both innings off of Judy. Nothing's come to pass, and Belle Vernon leads by a pair after 4.5. We head to the home half of the fifth right here on MVI Live. As it's the Leps, it's the Cougars, bottom 5, and we come back here on your home for Mon Valley Athletics, MVI Live.
It's time to level up your fitness game with Phase Up Nutrition in Jefferson Hills. Veteran-owned and operated Phase Up has been providing the community with top-quality vitamins and supplements with a priority in providing exceptional customer service. When you walk into Phase Up Nutrition, you'll get one-on-one help tailored to your specific goals. We carry a wide variety of workout supplements, pre-workout and post-workout formulas, and all types of vitamins. Come by Phase Up Nutrition today. Phase Up Nutrition, here to help you surpass those unimaginable goals.
Usher, back to work here for Charleroi, down by 2, bottom of the fifth. Scoreboard decides not to want to work, and the only way to get it back would be completely ending the stream, so not going to do that. Every now and then we do have this hiccup, so bear with me for no scoreboard. I'll keep you up to date on where people are. What's your score? What's your count? As we continue to go along here with Belle Vernon up by 2. Andrews was at the dish when Seth Tomalski was caught stealing to end the fourth. First pitch, strike 1. Besides that error, or before that error, it was 6 straight set down. By the righty Usher. Pitch comes home, and that one misses. Now 2-1 on Braden Andrews, looking for his first hit of the season. Edwards on deck. 2-1 as Andrews right back up the gut past a diving attempt by the shortstop Groom. So Andrews does indeed get his first hit of the season. And it's 1-on with nobody out for Jack Edwards here in inning number 5. Edwards, an RBI single. His second run batted in of the season. Tadero plays in here on the third base grass. Thinking maybe Edwards going to play the bunt. Throw back over. Andrews in safely, the senior right fielder. Now 1 for 5 on the season. 1 on, nobody out, bottom of the 5th. 2-0 Leopards lead. First pitch home, Edwards takes. There's ball 1 by Usher. 51 pitches by Logan Usher to get to this point of the game. Lead off of first once more for Andrews. Pitch comes home by Usher. That one low and away. Great job by Dylan Klinger keeping it in front and keeping Andrews over at first. So Edwards digs back in. 2-0 count, 1 on. Nobody out. Andrews secondary lead as Usher comes home. 2-0, swing and a miss, 2-1. Usher struck out 4 Leopards here today through 4 innings of work. 2 in the first and 2 in the third. So the way that's worked, that would mean 2 more punch outs here in the 5th. As Edwards right side evens the count up at 2-2, fouling that one up and out of play. Andrews takes his lead off first. Leadoff single for Andrews. Edwards, RBI single, his first trip to the dish. 2-2 here by the right-hander. Logan Usher will have to wait as back in safely without a slide is Andrews. Glasser holding on. Andrews takes his lead. Throw back over, and you hear the entire Belle Vernon bench take the words out of my mouth, basically telling Andrews to get down, get in the dirt. As Andrews is yet to slide back to the bag. 2-2 as Edwards reaches out. Little short roller to Grooms. Throw to second in time. And no relay, so a fielder's choice for out number 1. For retirement as Grooms to Woods. So now back up top, it's Cole Doppelhauer. Single, stolen base, run scored for Doppelhauer. Usher looks back over. First pitch, Doppelhauer shows bump, pulls back. There's ball 1 on Doppelhauer. Bottom 5, 2-0 Leopards lead. Lep scored on an RBI double by Bergman in the first, bringing home Doppelhauer. 2-out RBI single by Edwards, bringing home Wade in the second. No scoring since. Runner goes, bunt miss, throw down, and Edwards swipes second base. So now Jack Edwards in scoring position for Cole Doppelhauer, as Doppelhauer couldn't get the bunt down. One count on Doppelhauer. Pitch comes home by Usher. Doppelhauer takes now 1-2 on the right-handed hitting Cole Doppelhauer. One of the more electric Belle Vernon football players this past season. Wrestler. 1-2 on Doppelhauer. Runner out at second. Edwards as Doppelhauer chops at third base, bag foul as Cole will do it again. Andrews, a leadoff single, retired on a 6-4 fielder's choice. Edwards stole second with a 1 out here in the bottom of the 5th. So 1 on, 1 out, 1-2 on Cole Doppelhauer. As Usher peeks back, Edwards takes his lead. Pitch to Doppelhauer. Count pulls even, 2-2 on Cole Doppelhauer. Kleinmeyer on deck. He's 0 for 2 today. Doppelhauer looking to bring in the run. Looking for his second hit of the afternoon. 2-2 by Usher to Doppelauer outside. Count full. 3 balls, 2 strikes, 1 out, 1 on. Bottom of the 5th inning. Leopards lead by 2. The score's been that way since the 2nd. First leadoff base runner for Belle Vernon since the 2nd was this inning. Had the leadoff batter aboard first 2 innings. Payoff pitch. Doppelauer went to toss the bat. Instead, he'll head to the dugout himself. As Logan Usher fans his 5th. Doppelauer started his afternoon with a single, now a fly out and a strikeout. And it's going to take some 2-out magic for the Leps to get on the board in the 5th. Plymeyer 0 for 2. Leps already scored 1 with 2 out today. Edwards out at 2nd. Pitch to Plymeyer. Swing and a miss on the breaking ball inside for strike 1 on Zach Plymeyer. 0-1 count on Plymeyer. 2 outs. Step off. Plymeyer will have to wait as back in safely as Edwards at 2nd. Oh, 1 outside. Count evens up. 1 ball, 1 strike, 2 outs. Leps by 2, bottom 5. Edwards trying to distract Usher as Usher 1 strike away from working around a leadoff single. 1-2 count, 2 outs. 2-0 Leps lead, bottom 5. The 1-2 Plymeyer takes. Count evens up at 2 apiece. Leopards staff has been brilliant today. Usher's been very good in his own right, going toe for toe with Lyndon Judy on the other side, who have pitched 5 scoreless. 2-2 by Logan Usher as the righty. Steps off, watches Edwards back. Two count, 2 outs. Edwards takes his lead off of 2nd. Usher comes home. Edwards goes. Pitch outside as Edwards swipes 3rd. 2nd stolen base of the inning for Edwards. And the count fills up on Plymeyer. 3 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Insurance just 90 feet away in the form of Edwards. Payoff pitch, a little looper out to 3rd to Darrow across. Throw is not in time. A 2-out RBI single by Plymeyer, and Belle Vernon leads by 3. So Edwards scores. 3-0 Belle Vernon. Every time the Leps have got a leadoff hitter aboard, that runner has come in to score. A run has come in to score. Two-out RBI by Plymeyer as Usher misses outside. First hit for Belle Vernon this inning since the 2nd. Now I have 2 of them. 2 hits in the 1st, 2 hits in the 2nd, 2 hits in the 5th. As Plymeyer picked off, Glasser charging. Glasser now tosses over. It's the game of cat and mouse. Grooms back to Usher. Usher now to Woods. Woods to the catcher off of the head of Plymeyer, and Plymeyer somehow winds up at 2nd. Stayed in the rundown, throwing off the dome of Plymeyer. Not the way you draw it up, but gets the job done. So Plymeyer, credit him with a stolen base. He's at 2nd base, stayed in that rundown long enough, and a mistake was made by the Charleroi defense. Bergman already an RBI double on his ledger today. Flew out as well. Can Connor drive in a 2nd? Plymeyer lead off of 2nd. Ball gets away, and Zach will take 3rd on the pitch in the dirt, getting by Dylan Klinger. 2-0 count now here on Bergman. Runner at third, 2 down. 1 already in. Belle Vernon looking for a crooked number for the first time today. So Coach Mollis will be out to talk. As new pitcher will come in, we'll take a break. As a change being made, Usher's day is done. Belle Vernon by 3, bottom 5, right here on MVI Live.
It's time to level up your fitness game with Phase Up Nutrition in Jefferson Hills. Veteran-owned and operated Phase Up has been providing the community with top-quality vitamins and supplements with a priority in providing exceptional customer service. When you walk into Phase Up Nutrition, you'll get one-on-one help tailored to your specific goals. We carry a wide variety of workout supplements, pre-workout and post-workout formulas, and all types of vitamins. Come by Phase Up Nutrition today. Phase Up Nutrition, here to help you surpass those unimaginable goals.
So new arm on the mound. It's going to be for the Charleroi Cougars. Brock Henderson taking over. So Henderson moves from center to the mound, and Mikey Lee will come in to play the outfield. He'll move out to center field for the Charleroi Cougars. So it is indeed Brock Henderson coming on to the bump, replacing Logan Usher, who went 4 2/3. Right now has given up 3, is responsible for the 4th run. And 6 hits, 5 strikeouts for the right-handed starting pitcher Logan Usher, as Brock Henderson continues his warm-up tosses. Or actually, excuse me, it is not going to be Lee coming into the game out in center field. No, it will be Mike Lee. So Mike Lee comes into the game. Looks like everything else staying the same for Charleroi. So Plymeyer at third, Bergman at the dish. As mid-A-B, 2-0 count on Connor Bergman. Brock Henderson coming in relief. Two outs, 3-0 Leps, bottom of the 5th. As Brock Henderson finishing up his warm-up tosses. Plymeyer at third, 2 away. Bergman 1 for 2 with an RBI double. First pitch by the new arm outside and make it 3-0 on Bergman. Lepp scored 1 in the first, 1 in the second, 1 here in the 5th. Can Bergman make it a pair? The 3-0 offering. Outside ball 4. So Bergman reaches, runners at the corners for Cole Matusik. Pair of strikeouts against Logan Usher. So Henderson comes in, first 2 pitches that count go wide. Plymeyer at third. They had him trapped in a rundown. And the ball eventually ricocheted off the helmet of Plymeyer. Not playing a game of beanball, so that doesn't work. As Plymeyer would get second, advance to third on a pass ball, then the walk to Bergman. So Cole Matusik comes up with 2 outs and 2 on, 1 run already in for Belle Vernon, leading by 3 in the bottom of the 5th. First pitch outside, ball 1 to Cole Matusik. As Bergman on the defensive indifference takes second. The walk of Bergman, first walk either side here this afternoon. 1-0. And first time Henderson finds the strike zone after 3 straight wide ones in relief. Henderson peeks back. 1-1. Ground ball out to short. Eats up the shortstop. Groom's throw gets away. And that will play to pair, as a throwing error allows 2 Leopards to come in to score. And Belle Vernon leads 5-0 here in the 5th. So Plymeyer scores run 4, Bergman scores run 5. Matusik at first. Judy, who's 0 for 1 with a ground out, digs in against the right-hander Henderson. So that closes the book on the Cougar starter Usher. He gives up 4 runs, 3 earned in 4 2/3 innings, 6 hits, 5 strikeouts. Leps up by 5. Judy laces one fair ball down the right field line. As Lucas rounding, he'll go for 2. Matusik will come in to score. It's going to be a 2-out RBI double by Lucas Judy. Ripping one down the right field line, and Belle Vernon adds another. 4 Leopard runs, all with 2 outs here in the 5th. Courtesy runner for Lucas Judy. Maybe, no. So now Alonzo Wade, 1 for 2 with a single and a run scored. Vernon leads by 6. So 6-0, Leps out in front. As that one misses by Henderson. Belle Vernon with 2 outs. Runner on base. Still, you look at it now, they're 4 runs away from ending this. As Wade slams it foul. Two 2-1 count on Alonzo Wade. 2 outs here in the bottom of the 5th. 6-0, Belle Vernon leads. Lucas Judy, an RBI double, stands at second. Pitch by Henderson. Chopper right side, going to be a foul ball by Wade. Count evens up, 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Lucas Judy out at second. 2-out RBI double by Judy after the error that allowed Matusik to reach. That brought home Plymeyer and Bergman. Alonzo, the 8th runner or batter to come to the dish here in this inning. 2-2, Wade turns on one, out to deep right, Gelder back as that one drops off the wall. Alonzo going for 2, he'll try for 3, and it's a 2-out RBI triple by Alonzo Wade. And Belle Vernon adds a 7th as Alonzo with the 3-bagger. He's now 2 for 3 with an RBI and a run scored. So Judy scores run number 7 for Belle Vernon, a triple for Alonzo Wade. 4th hit of the inning for Belle Vernon. Johnson, sack bunt and an error, allowed him to reach today. 1-0 on Johnson. Johnson, chopper to short. There's Grooms across, off the glove of Glasser. So another error on the Cougars, their 3rd of the game, 2nd of the inning. So Alonzo comes in to score, and another pitching change. Henderson comes in, does not record an out, and Braden Andrews, who started off with a single, will head back to the dish. Belle Vernon leads it 8-0 here in inning number 5. It's time to customize your ride with TC Customized in Jefferson Hills. Wheels, rims, and tires, along with lift kit and lowering kits, full service auto detailing, along with custom audio systems, remote starts, alarms, custom lighting, tints, and so much more. Whatever your need is, you can completely customize your ride today at TC Customized. Call today at 412-384-5300. A 6-run 5th for the Belle Vernon Leopards. Not done yet, as that one misses. Ball one to Andrews, where it all started with a single. He was retired on a fielder's choice. It was a 2-out single by Plymire, bringing in run number 3. And a walk, 2 runs scored on an error. As 1-1 count here now on Andrews. Then an RBI double by Judy, RBI triple by Wade. Error allowed Johnson to reach. Tomolsky running for him. As that one lined over the head of Tadero, and Andrews 2 for 2 this inning. After not recording a hit all season long in his first 4 ABs, he goes 2 for 2 in 1 inning, and Belle Vernon 2 on with 2 down, so the winning run now at first base. And Coach Mullis is going to take Henderson out of the game. As Jack Edwards 1 for 2 with an RBI, a fielder's choice, a couple of stolen bases, a run scored. As Henderson will come out. We'll see what the damage is, or replacements are, I should say. So no innings of work for Henderson, or no outs recorded for Brock Henderson. Henderson came in with Bergman at the dish, walked him. None of the runs Henderson has given up are earned, as it's going to be the lefty Tadero coming into pitch, or excuse me, left-hander coming into pitch for Charleroi. That is going to be Gridwood. So Girdwood now will pitch. Joe was the DH in this game. So Girdwood will pitch, replacing Henderson. Brock goes back out to center. And I believe Mikey Lee going to come out of this game. So Brock back out to center. So Henderson comes in, surrenders 2 hits, walks a batter, does not strike out a batter, and right now has given up 4 unearned runs. The lefty Girdwood will try to keep everything at bay right here. 8-0 Belle Vernon. 5th inning, it's 2-0 after 2, scoreless both sides through the 4th into the bottom of the 5th inning. Belle Vernon with 2 outs. Getting some magic here. A 2-out RBI single by Plymire. He was picked off between first and second on the rundown, stayed in it long enough, got beamed in the head by one of the throws, and that broke this open. It was a 3-0 game at that point. Inning should have been over. We should have been headed to the 6th frame, but instead of that, Plymire somehow got new life as Grooms beamed it off his head, trying to throw it over to Dylan Klinger, the catcher, in the rundown. Bergman, next man up, got up 2-0. They pulled the pitcher, Usher. He would draw the walk. Matusik grounded to Grooms. It was an E6, bringing home runs 4 and 5. RBI double by Judy made it 6-0. RBI triple by Wade, 7-0. And then on an error, Wade would score the 8th run of the game for Belle Vernon. As first pitch swinging, Edwards. And it's right past Tadero. Rounding and scoring is Tomolsky. And there's the 3rd error of the inning on Charleroi. And with 2 outs and 2 on, the Leopards 1 run away from victory, as in to score comes Seth Tomolsky. 7-run inning for Belle Vernon. Weak roller by Edwards. So now Doppelauer, a chance to win it off of Girdwood. First pitch misses, ball 1. This game you thought was going to be a quick end, but it was because of the way these teams were pitching, not the way the Belle Vernon's bats have come to life or the defense has faltered. I guess maybe more accurate on the other side. They were 1 out away from getting out of this inning with a 0. They were a pickoff away from getting this inning over with a 3-0 game. They were a ground ball away from keeping it a 3-0 game, and then error. 3 errors this inning, and Belle Vernon now 1 hit away from a 10-0 victory over the Charleroi Cougars. Andrews at second, 2 for 2 this inning. Edwards, he's been on base twice without a hit. 2-1 to Doppelhauer. Cole takes now 3-1. Plymeyer, an infield RBI single with 2 outs, brought home Edwards to score Belle Vernon's 3rd run of the game earlier this inning. 3-1 count on Joe Girdwood to Doppelhauer. Pitch comes home. Cole takes ball 4, and the bases are full of Belle Vernon Leopards. Nowhere to put Zach Plymeyer. Bases loaded. 2 down. Winning run now 90 feet away. If Plymeyer reaches, Belle Vernon wins it. And again, this was a game you thought you were at worst if you're Charleroi going to the 6th inning down by just 3. The lefty comes home outside, ball 1. After a 5-pitch walk to Doppelhauer, you wonder if Coach Watson's going to be very, very particular about letting Plymeyer swing the bat. A walk, a wild pitch, possibly wins the game. Walk definitely does. 1-1 now on Zach Plymeyer. 13th batter to come to the plate this inning. The 1-1 by Girdwood. Plymeyer, not even close. Edwards will go. Foot race at the plate, and he is safe as Andrews on the wild pitch comes in to score, and Belle Vernon wins it on a wild pitch walk-off. 10-0 Belle Vernon victorious here today. Your final score, the Leopards in the 5th strike for 8 runs. They do it on just 4 hits, 3 errors, a walk, or make it a couple walks in the inning, and Belle Vernon strands 2 aboard, but it does not matter. The Leopards 10-0 victors here this evening on your home for Mon Valley Athletics. MVI Live. We'll take a break, come back, recap, send you on your way right here on MVI Live.
There's no better way to start your morning than with a fresh cup of coffee, and why not start with the best? 3-time Mon Valley favorite winner, His Place Coffee, Community and More, located at 103rd Street in Monessen. Open Monday through Saturday, 6 a.m. to 2 p.m. We have something for everyone. From our fresh brewed coffee, refreshing cold brews, house-made lattes, fraps, and so much more. If you can't decide 4 days of the week, I'll personally be there to help you craft the perfect drink for your needs. We're also serving up house-made breakfast and lunch paninis, homemade baked goods with gluten and dairy-free options available. We are so much more than just a coffee shop, offering community outreach, including Kids Craft Day and Story Time. There's always something new brewing, and we can't wait to see you at His Place Coffee, Community and More.
10-0. Didn't see that one coming when we entered the 5th inning, but that is indeed how we end it, with the Belle Vernon area Leopards 10 running rolling the Charleroi Cougars in 5 with an 8th spot in the 5th inning, as Belle Vernon moves to now 9-2 back-to-back wins for the Belle Vernon area Leopards, as the Leps, behind a strong start of Parker Lind, who goes 3 innings here this afternoon. 1 hit, 5 strikeouts. Lucas Judy follows in relief with 2 strikeouts and 2 hits, no runs against, as the Belle Vernon Leopards victorious today. 10-0 your final score. Your Lions Heart Media player of the game here in this one, that will belong to Alonzo Wade. Wade goes 2 for 3, 2 runs scored, an RBI, and a triple for Alonzo Wade. He is your Lions Heart Media player of the game here in this one, with Belle Vernon a 10-0 victory. And we'll tell you how it started after a 1-out single. Dylan Klinger would swipe second, then advance to third on a Henderson ground out. Woods would ground out to end the first with Henderson stranded 90 feet away. Belle Vernon would get on the board early on. Leadoff single by Doppelhauer, swipe second, advance on a wild pitch to third, and it was an RBI double by Bergman. That made it 1-0 Belle Vernon after a 0 in the second. Leps would add on in the bottom half. Leadoff single by Wade, sack bump by Johnson, 2-out RBI single by Edwards, and that made it a 2-0 Belle Vernon lead. That's when Usher would settle down for a couple of innings, back-to-back zeros in the third and fourth. Lind was good in the third, 1-2-3. Only 1-2-3 inning of the game for Parker Lind was in the third. He would be removed after that. Judy would surrender 2 hits, strike out a couple of batters in his 2 innings of work, blanking the Cougars in the fourth and the fifth. But come to the bottom of the fifth, Usher got the first 2 men, or got 2 early outs. It was a leadoff single by Andrews, was retired on a 6-4 fielder's choice, then struck out Doppelauer. So 2 outs, runner at first, bring up Zach Plymeyer, an infield single to short, bringing home Edwards, made it 3-0. Then that's when it got interesting. You'd think, okay, maybe 3-0, this inning stays, but that was not the case, as we never got to the 6th, as Plymeyer was picked off by the pitcher Usher, threw over to the first baseman Glasser to Grooms back over to Usher back to Woods looked to go to Klinger, and it bounced off the dome of Zach Plymeyer, ricocheting all the way to the right of the first base bag. That allowed Plymeyer to move to second. He would advance to third on a pass ball. So instead of the inning being over and it being 3-0 going to the 6th inning, it was Belle Vernon keeping the inning alive. Bergman would get up 2-0. That's when Usher would leave the contest. They would bring in Henderson. He would finish off the walk of Bergman, putting 2 on with 2 out. Matusik would ground it to the shortstop. Grooms bobbled it, then threw it low, and that allowed 2 to come into scores. It got away from Glasser, so that brought home both Plymeyer and Bergman on the RBI, making it 5-0 Belle Vernon. Judy wasted no time ripping an RBI double, making it 6-0 Belle Vernon. Wade, an RBI triple, made it 7-0. Wade would come into score on an E3 that tipped off the glove of Glasser, allowing Wade to score. Johnson would reach Tomolsky, would run for him. Then Andrews would come in. He would single. That's when things would be turned over to Girdwood after Henderson could not record an out. Girdwood would give up a lead, or get a weak ground ball by Edwards. Tadero let it slide through, and then a walk of Doppelauer eventually would bring in bring Plymeyer to the dish. Plymeyer, while at the dish, ball got away. That allowed Andrews to come in to score run number 10, ending the ball game. So what looked like it was going to be 3-0 at worst going into inning number 6 turns into a 10-0 final, as Usher goes 4 2/3, 4 runs, 3 earned, 6 hits, 5 strikeouts, as 6 runs on Henderson, none of them earned, gave up a couple of hits, walked a batter as well, and some errors reared their ugly head. For Charleroi, no runs, 3 hits, 4 errors, 3 left on base for the Leps. 1 run in the first, 1 in the second, 8 in the fifth, 10 runs, 8 hits, no errors, 4 left on base. The win goes to Parker Lind, 3-0, or now 5-1 on the season, his 3 innings of work. Alonzo Wade, your Lions Heart Media Player of the Game. Time of the game, 1 hour and 33 minutes. And that will do it for us here from Belle Vernon. Back in action tomorrow, South Park, South Allegheny, 4 p.m. first pitch. Join me for that one. Until next time, on behalf of everyone here at MVI Live, I'm Alex Lyons saying thanks for tuning in. We'll see you next time right here on your home for Mon Valley Athletics, MVI Live. 10-0 the Leps blank the Cougars right here on MVI Live.
This has been a presentation of Lions Heart Media on MVI Live.